And as you come back down, I want you to tell me the very first impressions that you have as you come back down to the surface.
A room.
And what is in the room?
Canvases.
Is it an art studio?
I think so.
And as you're standing in that studio, are there other people around you?
No.
Okay. I'd like you to look down at where your feet are. See if you can see anything on your feet.
Shoes.
Okay. Do you have a sense of having a male body or a female body?
A female body.
Young or old?
Young.
Healthy?
Yes.
Okay. And so what else do you see on your body? What are you wearing?
A dress.
What does it look like?
Flowing.
How young do you think you are?
30s.
And do you know what you're doing there?
I'm painting.
Are you painting right now?
I'm just starting on this new canvas.
Okay. Do you know what you're going to paint?
No. I'm observing.
Okay. And why are you there by yourself? Is this your studio?
Yes.
And do you know where this studio is? Is it in a place where you live, or is it somewhere else?
No, I think it's mine.
And how often do you paint?
There's a lot of paintings around.
And what kind of things do you see on other paintings? What do you usually paint?
People and scenery.
Do you sell these?
Yes.
So what I'd like you to imagine is that you are standing in front of your home, in front of the place where you live. And tell me what you see when you look at your house.
It's brick, and it has ivy or something, plants on it. It's old looking.
How big is it?
It's good size. 2 stories.
So I'd like you to go inside now. And I wonder if you can see any other people there with you.
No.
Okay. What I'd like you to do is see yourself in a place where you would have a meal. Tell me what you see.
A man. I'm cooking. It's old stove.
What are you cooking?
Soup, some kind of pot. Stew.
Mm-hmm. There's meat in it?
Yeah.
Okay. Is that in the kitchen?
Yes.
And is the man sitting there at the table?
Yes.
And what is your relationship to him?
He's my husband.
Okay. And is it just the two of you in that house?
Yes.
Okay. What is your relationship like? Do you get along well?
Yes.
And what does your husband do for work?
He works in the field.
Is he a farmer?
I think so.
And what is your work?
Painting.
Okay. And do you do well financially? Are you secure financially?
Yes.
Who provides more money for the family, or is it equal?
He does.
Now, what work does he do in the fields?
He tells them what to do. He runs it.
He oversees the workers?
Yes.
And what do they grow on the farm?
Corn, wheat, maybe.
So do you do the cooking at home? You don't have any help?
No.
And are you happy?
I paint. I just paint. They're everywhere.
Is that what you want to do?
Yes.
Very good. So I wonder if your husband is saying anything to you. Can you hear him talking to you?
He wants food.
Is it almost ready?
Yes.
And so what do you say to him?
I'm preparing it.
What kind of things do you talk about with your husband?
My painting and work.
Is he supportive of your work?
Yes.
Good. So I'd like you now to allow this image to fade away. And on the count of 3, you're going to move to the next important date in that lifetime. The next important date in this lifetime. 1, 2, and 3. Tell me what you see.
We're downtown. There's people. There's something going on.
Now it's downtown. What's the name of the city?
I don't know.
Okay. And what do you see around yourself?
People looking. I have my paintings.
Are you exhibiting your painting?
Yes. Other people are there.
And how is it going so far?
Good.
Are people buying your paintings?
Yes.
Can you describe some of the people to me? Can you describe how they're dressed?
And hats. There's a lot of men with hats.
What do their hats look like?
Black. They're different. Some are different.
What are women wearing?
Dresses. Long dresses. Some flowers. Some of the women have hats.
And is your husband there with you?
I don't see him right now. There's things going on.
So I'd like you to just walk around and see if you can find who, if there's somebody who you came with, perhaps your husband, perhaps your friend, or are you there all by yourself?
I'm by myself. He brought me here.
Okay. He couldn't...
He's coming back.
To pick you up?
Yes.
Okay. And how do you feel now about how the event is going?
Good.
Okay. Are there other artists around, or is it just you?
Just me. There are other people selling stuff.
So is this like an art fair, or is it just a market, or...
There's a market. There's a lot of fruits and vegetables.
Okay. And so people come to you and they look at the paintings and they buy them?
Yes. I'm outside and have some on display.
Very good. So I'd like you to allow this image to fade away. And on the count of 3, you're going to move to the last day of that lifetime. The very last day of that lifetime. 1, 2, and 3. Tell me what you're seeing.
I'm in a bed. My husband's there.
Is he sitting next to you?
Yes.
Okay, and do you know what's wrong with you?
Oh.
Are you feeling ill in any way?
Tired.
Do you know if you're old at this point?
I'm old.
Approximately how old are you?
80s, maybe.
And is there anything that your husband is saying to you or you're saying to him?
He's holding my hand.
And is he saying anything to you?
He was holding my hand and rubbing my head.
Mm-hmm. And are there any thoughts that are going through your mind as you're watching him?
I'm sorry, I'm tired. I want some tea.
Does he bring it to you?
He's going to get it.
I want you to allow yourself to drift out of your physical body and leave that body behind. You will perhaps feel a sense of release and comfort, peacefulness, maybe expansion. And as you experience all of those things, your spirit will continue to adjust to the new reality. But what I'd like you to do is to look back at that lifetime that you just left as an artist. And I want to ask you, what was the main purpose of that lifetime for you? When you came into that life, what did you intend to experience?
Art.
Mm-hmm. Why was that important?
That's all I wanted to do, was paint.
Was that the intended purpose for you to simply experience art?
I don't know. I think so. It was everywhere.
Well, I want you to look
I
at...
sold a lot of it. I had with flowers, colors.
Now, do you know what your name was?
No. Wait, let me see. It's on my paint. Vanessa.
Did you sign your last name?
No, it just says Vanessa.
Okay. And so I'd like you now to leave Vanessa's body behind, and I want you to look at that lifetime from a spirit perspective that understands and has a perspective higher than that of a human being. And I wonder if you are now beginning to see if there was any particular plan for that lifetime you clearly wanted to spend it exploring art. What did you hope to learn from that experience?
How to make people smile. People love my art.
And so, looking at your life now from this higher perspective, do you feel that you succeeded in that experience, making people smile?
Yes.
Wonderful. Anything else that was important about that lifetime that you want to point out?
My husband's sad. He's laying on my body.
And I'd like you to send him an image of him recovering his joy, of him smiling again as the time allows, of him finding other joys in life while maintaining a memory of Vanessa. And with that, I'd like you to just allow those images to fade away, allowing Vanessa to continue on her path and her husband to continue on his path. And that as those images float away, we're going to take another trip. And in your mind, just begin another few steps. 10. And this time, as you count the steps, simply going to count of 0 down 10 more steps. You will find yourself that is appropriate time for you to another place and examine the steps. And when you're there, tell me what you see.
It's a town.
Are there people around?
Yeah, it's It's a western town.
Do you see buildings?
Yes.
What do they look like?
Old and a barber shop and a saloon. I'm going in the saloon.
And what do you see?
I work there.
What do you do?
I'm making drinks.
Okay. You serve them?
Yes.
I'd like you to look down at your feet and tell me what you see yourself wearing on your feet.
Just shoes. Black shoes.
And does your body feel male or female?
Female.
Young or old?
Young.
Healthy or sick?
Healthy.
Okay. And what are you wearing right now, other than the black shoes?
A red dress. It's fluffy.
And so what's happening in the saloon right now? Are there a lot of people?
Yes. Music.
Do they treat you well?
Yes.
Good.
I know a lot of them.
Have you been there long? Have you worked there
Yes.
long? Okay. Do you like your work?
Yes.
Okay. So what I'd like you to do now is allow that image to fade, and on the count of 3, I'd like you to see yourself standing in front of the place where you live. In front of the place where you live. 1, 2, and 3. What do you see?
A cabin. Big cabin.
Is there, what's around it?
It has flowers around it. And a porch.
Is it in the woods or in the field?
It's out. It's like there's nobody else around it.
So is it like prairie?
Yes.
Okay. I'd like you to go inside now. And I want you to go and see yourself in a place where you would have a meal. And on the count of 3, I'd like you to just see yourself in a place where you would have a meal. 1, 2, and 3. Where do you see yourself?
At the table.
Okay. And is it a big table or small?
It's a big table.
How many people would it seat?
6, maybe.
Okay. And do you see any people around you right now?
Kids.
Who are these kids?
They're my kids.
Now, do you have any other adults with you?
My husband.
And how many kids do you see?
2.
So is it 4 of you?
Yes.
And are you eating a meal right now?
No.
What are you doing?
Kids are writing. They're doing schoolwork.
And do you know what their assignment is?
They're writing something.
And do you usually help them with their work?
Yes.
How about your husband? What is his role?
He works. He comes and he goes. He's a bounty hunter.
So does he not always stay in the house with you?
No.
He goes away for stretches
He
of time?
goes away. Someone else is there, an older woman. She helps me with the kids.
Is she a family member?
I think she's my mother.
And is she there now?
Yes.
When your husband goes away and you go to work in the saloon, your mother helps with the kids then?
Yes.
Okay. And tell me, what is your relationship with your husband like?
I miss him. He's gone all the time. I'm lonely.
Now when he comes back, do you have a good relationship?
Yes.
Okay. And does he do this work because he likes it or because that's what brings money?
It pays the bills.
And what is this town that you live in? Do you know where you are?
It's in Arizona, so it's hot.
Okay. Is it hot season right now as you're looking around?
Yes. There's laundry on the line.
Mm.
And it's hot and it's dry.
How big is the town? Are there a lot of people?
It's a big town.
And how did you come to that town?
For work.
Did you come from a different place?
Yes.
Do you know where you were born and raised?
Texas.
And your husband?
Texas, same place.
So you both moved there together?
We moved to Arizona. I met him in Texas.
Was it a good decision?
Yes, we love it here.
Good. So I'd like you now to allow that image to fade away, and on the count of 3, you're going to move to the next important date in that lifetime. The next important time in that lifetime. 1, 2, and 3. What do you see?
I'm having another baby.
Okay. Who's with you?
My husband and my mom and people. There's water. I'm at the cabin.
Mm-hmm. And is it a normal birth? Just like...
No, it hurts.
Okay, and just allow the images to come to you while all the pain will just allow that to drift away. You're just observing it. You're just observing it. And what happens now?
It's a girl. She's crying.
Oh, beautiful. And how are you doing?
I'm happy. It's over. I have her long red hair.
So, is this your 3rd child?
Yes.
Very good.
She's beautiful.
Okay, and how is the father reacting?
He's happy. He's by us.
Excellent. I'd like you now to allow that image to pass and fade away. And I want you to go to the next important time in that lifetime. The next important time in that lifetime. On the count of 3. 1, 2, and 3. Now, what do you see?
Man. He's got a gun. I'm scared.
Where are you?
I'm at the saloon.
And what do you do?
He's trying to rob it. I'm just standing there, trying to be still.
Okay, just move forward in time a little bit to the resolution. Was he able to take what he wanted?
Yes.
Is he gone?
Yes, he's leaving.
And how are you? You safe?
Yes.
Okay, so what happens next?
The sheriff is coming.
What does the sheriff do?
He's talking to the owner.
And what about you? How are you feeling?
I'm shaken up. I'm going to quit. I don't want to be there.
Okay. Has this kind of thing...
I'm going to go home to my kids.
Understandable. Has this happened before?
Never. I'm scared.
So let's move to a few days after this. 1, 2, and 3, you're there. So what happens now?
I'm at home with the family.
Have you quit your job?
Yes.
And do you have any idea what you'll be doing now?
I'm going to find out. I'm going to find something else.
And is your husband supportive of this?
Yes, he doesn't want me to work.
Okay. He doesn't want you to work at all?
No.
Can he support the family with that?
Yes.
Okay. And how do you feel about that?
I feel good.
Not working at all?
I want to work, but I'm going to take time.
So now on the count of 3, I'd like you to move to the last day of that lifetime. On the count of 3, you're going to move to the very last day of that lifetime. 1, 2, and 3. Now, what do you see?
They're back. There's someone's coming in our house.
Why are they coming?
They're trying to rob us again. Someone after my husband.
And where are you?
In my house.
And what happens?
Oh, we shot him.
Your husband?
We shot my husband. Oh my God. Where are the kids? Oh.
What is happening?
I'm getting shot.
Where are you shot?
I'm shot by my stomach.
What happens?
I'm bleeding. Where are my babies? I can't see. It's getting dark.
Can you hear them?
No, they might be at school.
What happened to the people that shot you?
I don't know.
They left?
They're not there.
Now, is your husband still alive? Or is he...
No, he's laying there. I'm trying to get to him.
Okay, and just move in time to where you're by his side.
Oh, I'm almost reaching him.
What do
I'm
you...
laying on him. I can't see anyone.
Is he dead?
Yes.
And is this the time that you're going to die as well?
Yeah.
Is this your time?
Yes.
And how do you feel about that?
I want to know where my kids are. I want my kids.
And just allow your spirit to gently, gently lift out of your body and just float up and leave that bleeding body below. And as you lift up, all the pain is gone and you're beginning to recover. That's right, and recuperate. And as you look back at this lifetime, you can now see where your kids are. And tell me what you understand now about this lifetime and what just happened to you.
I don't know.
Well, it will
I'm
become...
floating.
Is there anybody close to you that's floating?
My husband. We're together. My mom has the kids.
She was out of the house.
She was, I don't know if she didn't get shot.
So they are all safe.
They're all safe. She's got the baby.
So as you look back at that lifetime from the perspective of the spirit, tell me what you wanted to experience in that life. What was the goal as you were coming in?
I wanted to raise my kids.
And what did you want to experience through that? What did you want to learn or understand through that experience?
I wanted to just love them and be there and provide for my family and my husband.
And do you feel that you were successful in that?
No, I didn't have enough time. I was young, and so was he.
Now I want you to really rise even higher in your consciousness and connect with that universal knowledge that is now accessible to you. And I want you to tell me if the death that came to you so early was planned for you.
Yes.
And what was the purpose of that early exit? Give it an intention to just understand. If it was planned, then it was intentional. And you planned both to leave at that time.
I have to be somewhere else.
You have to be somewhere else in a different experience?
Yes.
Okay. So you needed to leave at that time so you could go into another lifetime?
I guess. I feel I'm supposed to be somewhere else.
And do you know where your next destination going to be?
I don't know yet. It's coming.
Now, as it's coming, do you feel that in the time that you had, the limited time that you had, were you able to experience that love for your family and providing for your family that you wanted to?
Yes.
Okay. So in that sense...
I didn't want to go yet.
Right, of course. Now, your next assignment or your next destination, are you going to be together with your husband or are you going to go separately?
I don't think he's coming.
He has his own plans.
He's going somewhere else.
Are you going to come back together eventually in some future experience?
Yes.
And in that happening right now?
Yes.
For Karen?
Yes.
Who is that husband in Karen's life right now?
Dave.
So they planned to reunite and come back together, even though at that point they had other separate things they needed to do.
Yes.
Good. Now, is there anything else about that lifetime that has come to you that's important for you now to say?
No.
Okay. Has it come to you what your next assignment would be?
I'm going to a big city. I'm going to work in a big city with famous people.
And are you going there straight away or are you going to take some time off? What will be the time?
I'm not there yet, but I know where I'm going.
Okay. Do you know when you will be there?
Soon.
What would be the time on Earth when you're there? What decade, maybe?
40s, 50s.
Is it the 1940s?
I think so.
Okay, thank you. Now I would like you to allow those scenes to just drift away. You're drifting and floating away, leaving that woman and her husband there to continue on their journey. I want all of the consciousness and personality of Karen to once again return to the body and fully integrate back into the body. And I'm going to ask if I may speak with Karen's higher consciousness, please.
Yes.
I respect the power of higher consciousness because I know that it takes care of Karen's body and does a very good job of it. I also know that the higher consciousness has the records of everything that has ever happened to Karen in this lifetime and all the other lifetimes that she has been to. So I respect the power of the higher consciousness and I always ask for permission to speak to it and ask questions. Do I have permission to ask questions?
Yes.
I know that the higher consciousness could have brought forth many different lifetimes for Karen to see today. You chose to bring 2 lifetimes, one of artist Vanessa and another one of a woman in a western town in Arizona working at a saloon. Can you tell us why you picked those 2 particular lifetimes and why, in what way they're relevant to Karen today?
She likes to paint. She should continue. And she's with David. She needs to stay.
What is the soul contract that she has with him? In this lifetime, what did they choose to experience or go through?
retirement, travel.
Now, from the soul perspective, why did they want to come back together?
To be together.
Why is it important for them to be together?
They love each other.
Do they want to have any particular soul experience, any learning?
He's so full he doesn't know. He will.
He doesn't know about his soul?
No.
And is it important for him to remember?
Yes.
Is that his choice to remember?
Yes.
And can Karen help him remember?
Yes.
What is the best way for her to approach it?
Through connection.
With him?
Yes.
Does she have it in her mind right now? Does she understand how she can do it?
Yes, if he listens.
So is there any other link, any other parallel between those lifetimes and her current lifetime? Any lesson that she received there that will help her now?
Patience. Time.
So in the second lifetime, she felt that she did not have enough time. But you also showed her that it was all planned.
Yes.
How can that help her understand in the current lifetime that even when things happen that seem like they're really hurtful and negative, that they are in fact purposeful and have a deeper meaning?
That's why she knows.
She understands it now
Yeah.
better. Good. One of the things that Karen wants to know is her marriage. So you're saying that is a very intentional relationship and
Yes.
she needs to continue.
Yes.
Wonderful. She has 2 sons and a daughter, and I wonder if you can tell her if they were with her in either one of those lifetimes that she visited.
Yes.
Who were they?
They were my kids.
In the second lifetimes in Arizona? So what was...
There were children there.
Okay. And who was the baby?
Right.
So she didn't really get to raise her in that
No.
lifetime. And this time she got another chance.
Yes.
Wonderful. Now, were they in Vanessa's life?
No.
Okay.
She was in a painting.
Rachel was?
Yes.
What painting?
She was a different little girl. I painted her.
As Vanessa?
Yes.
Because you saw her and you knew that she would be your daughter at some point?
Yes.
Okay. Have they been together other times?
Just those times.
Okay. And I want to ask about her mother and father in the current lifetime. Have they been with Karen in either one of those lifetimes? And
I don't think so.
okay. So I'm going to ask about Karen's soul purpose in this lifetime. What did she want to experience and accomplish?
Love. Helping people.
Love in terms of personal relationships or family, or love
Overall. Love of life. Understanding.
and what she's doing now, is she on the right path to accomplish those goals?
Yes.
So should she feel comfortable and confident about her path?
Yes.
Okay. Now she is somewhat concerned, or her husband is concerned about finances. Is this path something that will allow her to be financially secure?
Yes.
Is there something in particular that she should do to increase her financial security?
Keep working hard.
Okay. So nothing in particular. She will just continue to be taken care of by the universe.
Yes, and keep her passion.
Okay, thank you. Now, one of the things she wants to know is what percentage of her soul is present now within her body.
More than any lifetime.
Okay. Now, one of the things that Karen and I were discussing were increasing her intuition and learning to make her decisions through her inner guidance versus looking to the outside for answers. Can you give her guidance on that? And what is the best way for her to increase her intuition?
Through meditation, self-love. She needs more self-love.
So you're saying that when she learns to love herself, she will begin to get clearer communications.
Yes.
And how are those connected? I want her to understand that, her conscious mind.
Through her purpose.
And what does that mean? Explain that better.
Through finding love through herself, she'll find love in all things.
Thank you. So when you're talking about self-love, one of the things that Karen is greatly concerned about is her physical weight and her physical body. Can you tell her from a higher perspective what is a better way to approach that?
Be positive.
Can she work with the body that she has right now and practice self-acceptance with that, or does she need to change her body before she...
No, she can work with what she has.
Now, I'm going to help her with some suggestions for how she can focus on healthy eating habits. And I'm wondering if you, from the higher perspective, can help reinforce those when I give them to her so that she can feel good about making good, healthy choices.
Yeah.
Okay, good, thank you. Now, I wanted to ask about the role that drugs have played in Karen's life and around her, because it seems like they have come up quite a lot within her life and the lives of people around her. Perhaps drugs and addiction. Can you help her understand the role that that played in her current life?
Yes. She experienced the suffering of others through their addictions. She can understand now.
Can she let go of those addictions?
Yes.
Okay. Is there something in particular that can help her son overcome his issues with addiction?
Love, support, help.
Is her decision to take him to rehab the right decision for her and for him at this time?
Yes.
Good. Now, some of the things that Karen wants to know have to do with communication with spirit, perhaps in different ways. One through contact with the UFOs, another through dreams. So one dream in particular she has that I'd like you to explain to her is waking up and being really anxious about needing to take some sort of medication, looking for a vial, not finding it. Where is that coming from?
She needs medicine.
What medicine does she need?
She needs her stomach looked at.
Is the lifetime where she got shot in the stomach and died from that in Arizona, is that part of the reason for her stomach issues
Yes.
now? With the holes in it?
Yes.
Okay. And what is the best way for her to heal that? And we're going to do a body scan right now, but I wonder if you can look at it now and begin the healing process, or let her know what needs to be done.
She needs to go to the doctor. But yes, she can heal it.
Okay. Can you begin the healing process right now? Because I know that from the higher level, you can create miracles.
Yes.
And what can you do now to heal it?
Put energy there.
Okay, go ahead and do that. Are you mending the holes with the energy?
Yes.
Okay. As you're doing that, Karen has had a number of recurring dreams. So I wonder if you can talk to her about them. Are they memories from other lifetimes? Is she remembering things that she does not understand?
Yes. Messages.
Can you help her understand the messages?
Things to help her now.
Can you help her understand?
Yes.
So give her an example of a dream and what that means, please.
Just to continue seeking, searching on her path.
What dream are you referring to?
Her dreams about water, traveling, they will come to her.
Now, would it be helpful for her to learn how to interpret dreams?
Yes.
Okay. And dream interpretation that I can provide, would that be beneficial to her?
Yes.
Okay. Is there anything else that she needs to understand about her dreams? Is that a way that Spirit communicates to her now? Is that
Yes.
so it would help her to understand what they mean?
Yes.
Okay. She had an experience when she was 7 or 8 years old, seeing a UFO. Can you show her again what she saw and what that experience was about?
Yes.
Okay, so please do that right now. And tell me what you're showing her.
What she saw.
Tell me what she's
So it'll
seeing.
be more clear.
So what was she seeing?
It was a UFO. There were messages for her.
And what were the messages?
In this lifetime, she's learning them.
Are they becoming clear to her at the moment?
Yes.
Can you tell me what they are?
Just to keep looking.
Did the UFO come to her because she has some sort of connection or working relationship with those beings?
It was many people there at that time.
So the message was the same for everyone?
No.
And is Karen now beginning to understand all the messages?
Yes.
Okay. Now as she moves forward and continues to develop her intuition and use meditation, learn to interpret dreams, are the messages that come to her going to become clearer?
Yes.
Okay. When she doesn't understand a message, what is the best way for her to ask for clarification?
Meditate.
Okay. And ask for clarification there?
Yes.
Okay, good. So when she was little, she also experienced some molestation. And I wonder if that is still something that is affecting her, or if it has been cleared.
It's gone.
Good, excellent. Then we will allow the white light to replace any energy that was there before and just fill her
Yes.
with.
Done.
Thank you. Okay, and I'd like you now to do a body scan for Karen. Just begin at the top of her head and continue through her body. And when you see anything that is out of balance or needs attention, let us know what it is. And also, please fix as much as possible. And let me know what you're doing.
Just clearing. She needs a CAT scan of the stomach.
Now, how is the MRI? How's the work going with filling the holes with energy?
Good.
What is that going to do for her?
Help with pain. Just relax.
And is the MRI going to help identify the issues?
Yes.
Now, at a higher level, can you take care of the entire problem?
Mostly.
Okay. Can you please work on it?
Yes.
And is that all going to be done now or continue after this session?
It will continue.
And how long will it take?
A few months.
Okay. Does she need to change anything to help with her stomach healing?
Eliminate sugar.
Okay. If the connection to those problems was when she was shot in the stomach, can we cut the cords with the Akashic memory? Can we allow that Akashic record to be cleared?
Yes.
And I'm going to touch the stomach right now. And as I lift my hand, all of the energy that has been connecting these two lifetimes will begin to be sucked out and just let go. And released.
Release.
And the memories and the pain of that lifetime when Karen was shot in the stomach are now breaking apart like confetti into tiny little pieces and being flown away by the wind. And as that dissipates, that connection, that pain, the energy begins to restructure itself and the tissue begins to mend itself. That's right.
Yes.
Because those holes that were created by the shotgun no longer need to be there. It no longer needs to be repeated, doesn't it?
No.
And so that cord is cut. The energetic memory is gone and the picture of that hole is gone.
Yes.
And so can you help her to continue to fill that hole?
Yes.
Any kind of gaps that she may have or any tears or anything?
Yes.
The healing light, whatever color it may be, whether green for healing or white light.
White light.
Mm-hmm. What other issues does she need to address while you continue to work on her stomach area?
That's it.
Okay. Is there anything with her kidneys, heart?
No.
Okay. Wonderful. So for the next few months you're going to continue healing her stomach, or is that going to be faster now?
She's healing.
And is she going to notice the difference?
Yes.
Okay, very good. Now, is there any message that you want to give to Karen before we close and before we let you go?
Keep searching. Keep on the path.
Is that it?
Yes.
Thank you so much for giving Karen answers, for helping her with the healing. I'm now asking the higher consciousness to recede to where it belongs, with much love and thanks for the help and information it has been giving Karen today.